You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, if you are the WNBA, you are a WNBA/NBA owner. If you are ESPN, you can't be overly happy with the manner in which Napheesa Collier conducted herself during the WNBA All-Star Draft. Well, Rhodes, what do you mean? Well, number one, you went on a broadcast that was supposed to be a celebration of the WNBA, and you wore your Lunar Owls Unrivaled shirt. You just wore an Unrivaled shirt. You wore it on air, and then you mentioned the league that you co-own like 5 times in the first 15 minutes. Oh, my Lunar teammate, my co-founder, blah, Breanna Stewart, and my Lunar Owl mate, blah, blah, blah. This got brought up over and over and over again. And I'm sure she thought, well, this is my way to shade the people that says there's a conflict of interest. No, it was a great way to prove everybody right. It's a great way to prove everybody right. And keep in mind, ESPN doesn't broadcast Unrivaled games at all. They've got no interest in Unrivaled blowing up because they don't have the rights to any games. They're not benefited by it. But that was a WNBA product, and it became a promotional tool for another league. You're trying to tell me Napheesa Collier and Breanna Stewart have the best interest of the WNBA players? And look, the league and the players have to coexist. I mean, this is wild. It really is. But this is a screenshot. That right there is an Unrivaled shirt. That's an Unrivaled logo on Collier's in her screenshot. This is the split screen from the WNBA ESPN broadcast last night during the WNBA draft. And unbelievable. It really was. I was like, wow, this is embarrassing for the WNBA. And if I'm the commissioner, if I'm the owners, I am furious. I'd be like, you know what? We'll let y'all lock yourselves out. How about we lock the doors and go under? You've never turned a profit for us. So you're not as a valuable commodity as you must think you are. Wow, it was such an embarrassment to what was supposed to be this huge promotion for the league, for the Indiana Fever. This is really insulting to Indiana and the Indiana Fever. The All-Star game is going on in their city. And she gave them a middle finger by talking about the Unrivaled League. I got to give Caitlin Clark credit. That trading Cheryl Reeves hating ass off her team was beautiful. It was beautiful. So, I'm not the only one bringing this up either. I'm not the only one. I say again, as a fan, Unrivaled owners, especially Unrivaled co-founders, Napheesa Collier and Breanna Stewart, have no business being involved in CBA negotiations for the WNBA. They are compromised, and every person realizes this, but the WNBA allows it for some reason. This is going to backfire. Fees genuinely thinks her being on the CBA negotiations is not a conflict of interest, given she spent a half an hour pushing Unrivaled during the WNBA draft, shaking my head. Wearing an Unrivaled shirt for the WNBA draft, but wants to pretend there's no conflict of interest in CBA negotiations. Laugh out loud. I mean, wow. We still pretending the WNBA doesn't have a conflict of interest with Unrivaled after Napheesa shamelessly self-promoted in the All-Star Game draft? I mean, wow. Fee sat on ESPN and pushed unrivaled propaganda for 30 straight minutes. But there's no conflict of interest, right? Right? While wearing an unrivaled shirt for the WNBA draft. Yeah, okay, no conflict of interest. She literally shot herself in the foot on the there's no conflict last night. I don't know what she thought she was doing. She proved everybody right. Serious question. Why was Fee wearing an unrivaled t-shirt during the WNBA All-Star Draft? I mean, her WNBA team is the Lynx. Exactly. It's disrespectful of her very own franchise that she plays for. No doubt about it. Whoa, I didn't even notice. That's crazy. It shouts conflict of interest so loud. It's crazy. It really is crazy. There she is right there wearing the shirt. I can't. I couldn't believe it. I didn't even notice the shirt last night. If you want to know the truth, I missed it. I didn't notice the shirt. But I heard how many times she literally said unrivaled or Lunar Owls out of her mouth during the draft. And I was like, holy shit, this looks terrible. This looks awful. And I was like, it proves me right. That I think there's a massive conflict of interest. It proves anybody else right that brought it up. Hey, she turned it into a propaganda machine for a league that she owns. And people want to say, well, they wouldn't want to sabotage the WNBA negotiations, this, that, and the other. Really? Because one could argue she torpedoed the draft with unrivaled last night. Seriously, one could argue she went on there and shaded and embarrassed the WNBA during what was supposed to be a special event. She going to be wearing unrivaled propaganda during the draft, around the draft, walking around? Wow. Unbelievable. I mean, that's wild. That's wild. When I saw that picture, and because I watched it and didn't realize that's what she had on, but I was really listening to it while I was doing other things, and I kept every time I'm off doing something over here, and every time Unrivaled or Lunar Owls is brought up, I'm like, my eyebrows, I was like, whoa, she did it again. She did it again. Did she just do that again? And now that, I get up this morning, I'm like, did anybody else catch all this? Obviously, a lot of people caught it. And then people started bringing up the t-shirt. And I brought up the t-shirt. I was like, oh my God, it's got an unrivaled logo during what's supposed to be a WNBA broadcast hosted by ESPN that shows WNBA games. Woo-wee! Nuts. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Before we jump in, make sure you go to our merch store, our Make Basketball Great Again shirt, and our newest shirt that just came out. Both shirts are brand new. The American Flag Skull Fever Enforcer shirt. And use promo code CC22 for 20% off.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.